Today's video is all about retinoids and how to introduce them into your routine. I have been using retinoids in my skincare routine for probably 10 years or so. I recently took a really long break. I actually don't know why I took a break, but I did. And now I'm introducing them back into my routine. So I'm going to talk to you about how I do that, the products that I incorporate in addition to a retinoid to balance things out so that my skin can adapt and cope with the side effects of using a retinoid. The benefits of retinoids are just immense. It's really good for acne, it's really good for hyperpigmentation, for wrinkles, and just the general health of the skin. And it helps the skin look as healthy and youthful and as good as possible. I'm currently using the Passioni retinol cream by Drunk Elephant that I've used in the past. I really like this because this is an immensely powerful retinoid, but you can buffer it, water it down by mixing it with other products to make it more tolerable on the skin. And that's currently what I am doing because I've taken such a long break. I just want to introduce it slowly so that I don't experience some of the negative side effects that you get from using a retinoid. The side effects generally are red, sensitive skin, dryness, peeling, flakiness. I think that if you are new to using a retinoid, you have to kind of be really, really careful because I hear so many stories of people saying that they have introduced something into their routine and it's basically just been too strong for them, or they've used it too frequently and their skin has just completely freaked out and became really sore and red and sensitive, and it's put them off using it so that they are unable to get the amazing benefits from it. There are so many versions on the market. This is one of my favorites, but The Ordinary have really good retinoids to choose from, various different forms. They're all basically derivatives of vitamin A, and so it's always good to start with something very mild if you are new to it, especially if you have sensitive skin. Because I'd taken such a long break from using anything like this, I decided to start by using it 2 times a week and putting it on top of another product to buffer it so that it's not too strong. Because retinoids can make the skin dry, flaky, sensitive, and red, it's good to have a good amount of products to kind of balance those things out. So these are some of my favorite products to just balance things out. I always think that it's really good to use an eye cream because you don't want to use a retinoid around your eye. So I always prep the skin with an eye cream, but before I do that I use something hydrating all over because it's really good to boost the hydration in your skin because retinoids can make the skin feel a bit dry and dehydrated. So I'm currently using the Balm by Drunk Elephant, which is really nice in the summer because it's quite lightweight and it basically just floods the skin with hydration. You can use this as a mask, but I basically use a smaller amount as a moisturizer to prep my skin for ultimate hydration. Then once I've done that, I go in with an eye cream. There's so many eye creams that you can use. You don't have to use an eye cream as well. I think you can definitely get away with not using an eye cream. You could just use like your lightweight serum or moisturizer all over your eye area. But I am using Autocorrect by Sunday Riley because I really like it. Once I've done that, I apply a thin layer of the Molecular Barrier Recovery Cream Balm by Allies of Skin. I absolutely love this cream. It's quite thick, so it doesn't spread across the face super easily because it's a balm, not a cream, so it is slightly thicker, but this is the most heavenly cream. It just instantly soothes the skin. It's really good for the barrier, so it basically just helps just protect and strengthen the skin, which is really important before the retinoid. So I apply a thin layer of this, and then finally I go over with 1 pump of this Drunk Elephant retinol cream and apply that, to my forehead, to my cheeks. I make sure that I apply it to my nose because I find that it's really good for my pores and basically everywhere, but just not too close to the eye area. This is always done at night, and then what I usually do on the in-between days when I'm not using the retinoid is I would just basically put this all over my skin in the evening for the hydration, and then I just top it off with a face oil. This is the Kitschy Forever Oil Antioxidant Serum by my friend Natasha Clancy, who is an amazing facialist in London, and she looks after my skin, and she's a good friend of mine, and her oil is dreamy. I love this oil because it is lovely and nourishing, but she doesn't use perfumed essential oils in this, which is really, really great, because when you are using a retinoid and your skin is potentially going to be a little bit more sensitive, and the barrier could be, again, slightly more sensitive, it's important not to use fragrance products because they are more likely to cause irritation on the skin. So a non-perfumed oil like this one is really, really good. Then it's also super, super important to use sunscreen every single day. You should be using sunscreen every day anyway. If you are concerned about the health of your skin, or you want your skin to remain looking as healthy as possible for as long as possible, then sunscreen is your best friend. And my personal favorite is the Ultraviolet Supreme Screen. It usually comes in the blue tube, but they do it in a larger size. This one is 125 ml, so it works out a little bit more cost effective. So I've gone over to the larger size because I love this. But when you're using a retinoid, your skin is just so much more sensitive to daylight and sunshine. So it's really, really important that you protect it with plenty of sunscreen every day. So that is definitely what I recommend. So those were all my tips in terms of the products. What I then recommend that you do is just slowly increase the amount of times that you use the retinoid per week, up until a point where you could use it every night if you wanted to, or every other night, and maybe do a different skincare in between. Just work out what it is that works for you and your skin type personally. Then as your skin gets used to it, you might not need to buffer it so much. So going forwards, you might be able to just put some eye cream on and then just go straight on with your retinoid. But I think that always just introducing it very, very slowly is basically going to give you the best outcome in the long run, and will stop your skin becoming sensitive or irritated, so you can get the amazing benefits of a retinoid without the drawbacks. If you've got any questions or products that you would like to recommend, then please let me know in the comments below. I hope you found this video useful, and I look forward to seeing you very soon in my next one.